What you are about to witness has not happened in 10 years. Two massive snowstorms are about to slam the East Coast back to back, and the second one could be even more dangerous than the first. If you live anywhere from Virginia to Maine, the next 7 days will change everything. This is not a drill. This is not hype. This is a weather pattern we have not seen in a decade. Right now, as I speak to you, the first monster storm is already forming. Within the next 12 hours, it will explode into a full-blown blizzard, 24 inches of snow, winds reaching 80 miles per hour, whiteout conditions that will make driving impossible. And just when you think it is over, a second storm will hit from Wednesday into Thursday, bringing even more snow, ice, and severe weather potential. But here is what nobody else is telling you. This is happening during one of the worst weather disaster years in American history. $23 billion disasters in 2025 alone. The Los Angeles wildfires in January caused $61 billion in damage and took 31 lives. The tornado outbreak in March killed 43 people across 8 states. The flash floods in February left 18 dead. And now we are facing back-to-back blizzards that could paralyze the entire Northeast for a week. Comment your location below right now and I will give you the exact forecast for your city. Do not wait. Do not assume. Every single neighborhood will experience this differently. Some areas will see 2 feet of snow. Others will get buried under 3 feet. Wind chills will drop to -20 in some locations. Power outages could last for days. And if you are in the purple zone on the impact map, you need to understand something critical. Those roads will be completely undrivable. Well, let me break this down for you city by city, timeline by timeline, because the difference between being prepared and being caught off guard could literally save your life. At exactly 30 seconds into this video, I am going to reveal which major cities will get hit the hardest, when the snow will start falling in your neighborhood, and the 3 things you absolutely must do in the next 6 hours. Keep watching. Starting with the first storm. This one begins today and continues through tomorrow with freezing temperatures extending all the way into Tuesday and Wednesday across the Northeast. The green zones on the forecast map represent over 2 feet of snow. 2 feet, that is higher than your knees. That is enough to bury cars. That is enough to collapse roofs if you do not clear it properly. Here is your city-by-city breakdown for the first storm. And I want you to pay very close attention because these are not estimates. These are high-resolution model predictions that have been incredibly accurate. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. You are looking at 18 to 20 inches of snow. The snow will begin as rain and thunderstorms around noon today, then transition to heavy snow by 1 o'clock in the afternoon. By 3 or 4 o'clock, you will be in full blizzard conditions. This will not stop. The heavy bands will pivot over your area for multiple hours, dropping 1 to 3 inches per hour. Wind gusts will reach 50 to 60 miles per hour. The combination of heavy snow and high winds will create whiteout conditions. Travel will be impossible by evening. The storm will continue through the night and into tomorrow morning. You have approximately 6 hours to prepare. New York City and Long Island, New York. Almost 2 feet of snow is heading your way. 29 inches in some parts of eastern New Jersey and Long Island. The same timeline applies. Rain and thunderstorms this morning, then a rapid transition to snow by early afternoon. Once that transition happens, the snowfall rates will be intense. We are talking about 2 to 3 inch per hour snowfall rates with winds gusting to 60 or even 70 miles per hour. The blizzard warnings are in effect for good reason. This is going to be a crippling snow event. Public transportation will be severely impacted. Flights will be canceled. Roads will be impassable. Plan to shelter in place from this afternoon through tomorrow. Boston, Massachusetts. You are in for potentially the worst of it. 30 inches of snow is possible. Yes, 30 inches. The storm will hit you later than Philadelphia and New York. While they are getting hammered this afternoon and tonight, your heaviest snow will begin overnight tonight and continue all day tomorrow. The storm will sit offshore near your location and just bomb out. Heavy snow bands will set up and will not move. These are the conditions that produce extreme snowfall totals. Wind gusts could reach 70 to 80 miles per hour. This is blizzard criteria. This is the kind of storm that shuts down entire cities for days. If you are in Boston, Cambridge, or anywhere in eastern Massachusetts, you need to take this extremely seriously. Stock up on supplies today, charge all devices, fill prescriptions, check on elderly neighbors. This storm will arrive tonight and will rage through tomorrow. Providence, Rhode Island, and Hartford, Connecticut, you are in the same boat as Boston. 24 to 30 inches of snow. The heaviest snow arrives overnight tonight and continues through tomorrow. Wind gusts of 60 to 70 miles per hour. Power outages are highly likely with winds this strong and snow this heavy. Wet, heavy snow on power lines combined with strong winds equals widespread outages. Make sure you have flashlights, batteries, and a way to stay warm if the power goes out. Newark and Jersey City, New Jersey, up to 29 inches of snow. This is going to be historic for New Jersey. The entire I-95 corridor from southern New Jersey up through northern New Jersey is in the bullseye. Rain will change to snow by early afternoon. Then you are in it for the duration. No mixing, no stopping, just relentless heavy snow with thunder snow possible. Thunder snow occurs when conditions are so intense that you get lightning and thunder with the snow. It is a sign that snowfall rates will be extreme. If you hear thunder, expect snowfall rates of 3 inches per hour or more. Baltimore, Maryland, 18 to 20 inches of snow. You will start seeing the transition from rain to snow around noon or 1 o'clock. By mid-afternoon, heavy snow will be falling. The snow will continue overnight tonight. The good news for Baltimore is that the worst of it should clear out by early tomorrow morning, but you still have tonight to deal with. Plan accordingly. Washington, D.C. and Northern Virginia, 18 to 20 inches in the immediate D.C. metro area. The Delmarva Peninsula, which includes parts of Delaware, Maryland, and Virginia, is looking at the same totals. The snow starts this afternoon and continues overnight. If you live in D.C., Alexandria, Arlington, or anywhere in Northern Virginia, expect major travel disruptions. The federal government will likely close tomorrow. Schools are already canceled. This is a stay-home event. Richmond, Virginia, 12 to 16 inches of snow. You are on the southern edge of the heaviest snow, but you will still see significant accumulation. The snow will be heaviest this afternoon and this evening before tapering off tonight. Portland, Maine, 6 to 10 inches of snow. You are far enough north that the storm will weaken by the time it reaches you. Still, expect travel impacts this weekend, but nothing like what Boston and southern New England will experience. Albany and Syracuse, New York, 6 to 8 inches. You are in the northwestern fringe of this storm. The heaviest snow will stay to your south and east. Now here is something critical that most weather forecasters are not emphasizing enough. This first storm has extreme wind gusts. We are not just talking about snow, we are talking about blizzard conditions with sustained winds of 30 to 40 miles per hour and gusts up to 80 miles per hour. Let me put that in perspective. 80-mile-per-hour wind gusts are equivalent to a Category 1 hurricane, except instead of rain, you have blinding snow. The visibility will drop to zero. You will not be able to see the front of your car. These are the conditions that cause multi-vehicle pileups on highways. These are the conditions that strand people in their cars overnight. If you are on the road when this hits, you could be stuck for hours. The National Weather Service has upgraded the impact forecasts. We now have extreme impact zones shown in purple on the map. If you live in the purple zone, listen carefully. Extreme impacts mean undrivable conditions for multiple days, not hours, days. It means potential power outages that could last 3 to 5 days because utility crews will not be able to access downed power lines in blizzard conditions. It means you could be snowed in at your home until Wednesday or Thursday. Are you prepared for that? Do you have enough food, enough water, enough medications, enough heating fuel? Here is something else. We are seeing major impacts extend further inland than previous forecasts predicted. Areas that were originally forecast for moderate impacts are now showing major or extreme impacts. The storm is trending stronger and further west than earlier models suggested. This is why you cannot just look at a forecast once and assume it will not change. These storms are dynamic, they evolve, and this one is evolving in a way that expands the danger zone. Now let me talk about the wind chill because the snow is only part of the story. Behind this first storm, Arctic air is going to pour in. Monday morning, freezing temperatures will extend all the way down to the Gulf Coast, all the way to central Florida. Wind chills, the temperature it actually feels like on your skin, will be even worse. We are talking about wind chills below zero across the Northeast and Mid-Atlantic. -10, -20. In some locations in Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine, wind chills could drop to -30. What does that mean? It means frostbite can occur in less than 10 minutes of exposure. It means if you lose power, your house will get dangerously cold very quickly. It means you need to protect your pipes from freezing. Let your faucets drip. Open cabinet doors under sinks. Know where your main water shut-off valve is located in case a pipe bursts. Monday will be brutally cold. Then it will warm up slightly on Tuesday before another blast of cold air arrives Tuesday night and Wednesday morning. This second cold blast will be even deeper. It will push freezing temperatures and strong wind chills further south into Florida. And it will keep the Northeast frozen solid. Why does this matter? Because it means the snowpack from the first storm will not melt. Normally, if you get a big snowstorm in February, you might see some melting within a few days as temperatures moderate. Not this time. The snow from the first storm will stay on the ground. Roads will remain icy and snow-covered. And then the second storm will arrive and dump even more snow on top of the first storm. Speaking of the second storm, let me tell you what we know about it. Because this one is complicated. This one has the potential to be even more impactful than the first storm, and here is why. The second storm arrives Wednesday into Thursday. It will track across the Ohio Valley, the Great Lakes, and the interior Northeast. But unlike the first storm, which is a pure snow event, the second storm has a warm component. What does that mean? It means we are going to see a multifaceted threat. Heavy snow on the northern side, a significant ice storm on the southern side, and the potential for severe thunderstorms, including tornadoes, on the far southern edge. Let me break this down geographically. If you live in the following cities, here is what you need to know about the second storm. Cleveland, Ohio, heavy snow. The storm will arrive Wednesday evening and continue through Thursday. We are looking at 12 to 18 inches of snow with this second storm. But here's the tricky part. There is a possibility, depending on the exact track of the storm, that Cleveland could see a period of mixing. Sleet. Freezing rain. This would occur if the warm air from the south surges a little further north than expected. Mixed precipitation is actually worse than pure snow in many ways. It creates layers of ice between layers of snow. It makes roads even more treacherous. It brings down power lines more efficiently than snow alone. So if you are in Cleveland, monitor the forecast closely Wednesday. The difference between all snow and a mix could be a difference of just 20 or 30 miles in the storm track. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, same story as Cleveland. Heavy snow is likely 12 to 18 inches, but watch for the possibility of mixing. If the storm trends further east, you could end up on the colder side and get all snow. If it trends west, you might see more mixing and ice in Columbus, Ohio. Potential for significant icing. You are right on the line between the heavy snow zone to the north and the ice zone to the south. This is the worst place to be with this type of storm. You could see a little bit of everything. Snow, sleet, freezing rain, and plain rain. The accumulations will be lower than further north, maybe 6 to 10 inches of snow, but the ice could be the real story. A half inch of ice is enough to snap tree branches and bring down power lines. A full inch of ice is catastrophic. We are not forecasting a full inch, but even a quarter to a half inch would cause major problems. Detroit, Michigan, and Grand Rapids, Michigan. Heavy snow 10 to 16 inches from the second storm. This arrives Wednesday night and Thursday. The good news for Michigan is that you are far enough north that you should stay all snow. No mixing. The bad news is that this is on top of whatever Clipper system passes through on Tuesday and Wednesday, which could add another 2 to 4 inches, Buffalo, New York, and Rochester, New York. Lake effect snow will be the story for you. The second storm will bring strong winds off Lake Erie and Lake Ontario. Even after the main storm moves through, lake effect snow bands will set up and could dump an additional 12 to 24 inches in the favored lake effect zones south and east of the lakes. If you live in the southern tier of New York or the Tug Hill Plateau, you know what I am talking about. Lake effect can produce insane snowfall totals very quickly. Monitor the wind direction Wednesday night through Friday. Syracuse, New York, 10 to 14 inches from the second storm plus lake effect enhancement. You are right in the path for both the main storm and the lake effect snow. This could be a significant event for central New York. Now here is the concerning part about the second storm. The southern edge of the precipitation shield will be freezing rain and ice. We are talking about a swath from Missouri through Kentucky, Tennessee, West Virginia, and possibly into western Virginia and western North Carolina. This is a heavily populated area. This is an area with a lot of trees and above-ground power lines. An ice storm here would be devastating. Let me give you specifics. St. Louis, Missouri, potential for significant icing Wednesday night into Thursday. The forecast models are showing a quarter to a half inch of ice accumulation. That is enough to cause widespread power outages. That is enough to make roads completely impassable. Ice is different from snow. You cannot just drive slowly on ice. You cannot plow ice. You cannot shovel ice. Ice storms shut everything down. And the power outages from ice storms can last for a week or more because every single power line has to be individually repaired or replaced. If you are in St. Louis or anywhere in eastern Missouri, start preparing now for a possible ice storm. Charge devices. Fill bathtubs with water. Have alternative heating sources ready. Louisville, Kentucky. Same ice threat. Wednesday night into Thursday could bring significant ice accumulation. Combined with the flash flooding and severe weather that already hit Kentucky on February 15th when flooding caused evacuations and water rescues, this would be the second major weather event in a week for Kentucky. The ground is already saturated from the flooding. If we now add ice on top of that, it is going to be a rough week. Nashville, Tennessee. Potential for ice Wednesday night. This is right on the edge. You could see all ice, or you could see a mix of ice and rain. Or if the storm tracks further north, you might escape with just rain. But the potential is there. Monitor updates closely. Charleston, West Virginia, high probability of significant icing. You are right in the bullseye for the ice storm potential. A quarter to a half inch of ice is expected. Power outages are highly likely. Travel will be extremely dangerous or impossible. Prepare for an extended period without power. Roanoke, Virginia. Icing potential on Thursday. The exact amount will depend on the storm track, but plan for at least some ice accumulation. Now, the really wild part of this second storm is what happens on the far southern edge. South of the ice zone, we have the potential for severe thunderstorms. Yes, severe weather in February. It is not common, but it happens. And when you have a powerful storm system like this one, with strong dynamics and warm air surging north ahead of it, you can get tornadic supercells. Here are the cities that need to watch for severe weather potential Wednesday night into Thursday. Dallas, Texas. Possibility of severe thunderstorms Wednesday evening. Large hail, damaging winds, and a few tornadoes are possible. Remember, 2025 saw a record number of severe storm events. $21 billion severe weather disasters, including the catastrophic tornado outbreak in March that killed 43 people and caused $11 billion in damage. We are not forecasting anything of that magnitude with this event, but anytime severe weather is possible, you need to take it seriously. Have a way to receive warnings. Know where your safe place is. Do not ignore tornado warnings. Little Rock, Arkansas. Severe weather potential Wednesday night. The same threats apply. Large hail, damaging winds, tornadoes. Arkansas was hit hard by the April tornado outbreak that killed 24 people. Severe weather in February is less common than in April, but the threat is real. Memphis, Tennessee. Severe weather and heavy rain Wednesday night into Thursday. Flash flooding could be an issue, especially if thunderstorms train over the same areas repeatedly. Jackson, Mississippi. Severe weather potential Thursday. Mississippi has been hit repeatedly by severe weather in 2025. Stay alert. Birmingham, Alabama. Severe weather Thursday. Same story. Have multiple ways to receive warnings. Atlanta, Georgia. Severe weather Thursday. Heavy rain and possible thunderstorms with large hail and damaging winds. Now, let me pause here and talk about what is happening in the bigger picture, because this is not just two random snowstorms. This is part of a pattern, a dangerous pattern, a pattern we have not seen in 10 years. 2025 was the third worst year on record for billion-dollar weather disasters in the United States. Only 2023 and 2024 were worse. Let me give you the numbers. $426 billion disasters since 1980, 17,194 lives lost, over $3 trillion in damages. And those numbers are conservative. They do not include the full economic impact. They do not include lost wages. They do not include mental health costs. They do not include supply chain disruptions. And the disasters are accelerating. In the 1980s, we averaged $3 billion disasters per year. In the last 10 years, we have averaged $20 billion disasters per year. Let that sink in. We went from 3 per year to 20 per year. That is not a small increase. That is a fundamental shift. 2025 gave us the Los Angeles wildfires in January. The most expensive wildfires in world history. $65 billion in total damage, 31 lives lost, over 16,000 homes and businesses destroyed. The Palisades fire alone caused $37 billion in damage. The Eaton fire caused $28 billion. Compare that to the Camp Fire in 2018, which was the previous record holder at $20 billion. These fires were 3 times worse. Then we had the January snowstorm that hit the Gulf Coast. New Orleans set an all-time snow record on January 21st with 8 inches of snow. The previous record was 2.7 inches set on December 31st, 1963. Louisiana and Florida both broke their single-day snowfall records. 13.4 inches in Grand Coteau, Louisiana. 10 inches in Milton, Florida. That storm was unprecedented for the Deep South. Then came February. The flash flooding and tornado outbreak from February 15th to 16th killed 18 people across Kentucky, West Virginia, Tennessee, and Virginia. The Virginia National Guard had to conduct water rescues in Tazewell County. They rescued 51 people, 17 dogs, and 8 cats. In Tennessee, a levee failed on the Obion River, forcing mandatory evacuations. Over 7 inches of rain fell in a short period of time. This kind of extreme rainfall is becoming more common. Then March brought the worst tornado outbreak on record for March. March 13th through 16th, 43 fatalities, 23 of them from tornadoes, over 200 injuries, $11 billion in damage, 3 EF4 tornadoes in 3 days. EF4 tornadoes have winds of 166 to 200 miles per hour. They level well-built homes. They throw cars hundreds of yards. They are catastrophic. To have 3 of them in one outbreak is extraordinarily rare. April brought another major tornado outbreak. April 2nd through 7th, 24 fatalities, 9 of them tornadic. An EF3 tornado killed 5 people and injured 14 others. EF3 tornadoes have winds of 136 to 165 miles per hour. Still catastrophic, but one level below EF4. May brought yet another tornado outbreak, May 14th through 16th, 182 tornadoes in 2 days, $11 billion in damage, 43 lives lost. The tornadoes swept through Missouri, Arkansas, Illinois, Indiana, Mississippi, and Alabama. This was the worst of the severe weather outbreaks in 2025. July brought the catastrophic flash flooding in the Texas Hill Country, one of the deadliest inland floods in U.S. history. This did not even reach $1 billion in damages, which shows you that the billion-dollar threshold misses some truly devastating events. And now, as we enter late February 2026, we are facing back-to-back major winter storms that will impact over 100 million people across the eastern United States. This is the weather pattern we are living in. This is the new normal. So what does all this mean for you? It means you need to be prepared, not just for this storm, for the next one and the one after that. Because they keep coming, here is what you need to do right now, today, in the next few hours before the first storm hits. Number 1. Stock up on essential supplies: food, water, medications, baby supplies, pet food. Assume you will be snowed in for 3 to 5 days. Can you feed your family for 5 days without going to the store? If not, go now. The stores will be packed, but you need to get there. Buy non-perishable items: canned goods, pasta, rice, bread, peanut butter, items that do not require cooking if the power goes out. Water is critical. Fill up bathtubs, fill up pots and pans, fill up pitchers. If the power goes out and you have a well, you will not have running water. Even if you have city water, there could be disruptions. Have at least 1 gallon of water per person per day for 5 days. Medications. If you have prescriptions, fill them now. Do not wait until you are down to the last pill. You do not know when you will be able to get to a pharmacy again. Number 2, prepare for power outages. Charge all electronic devices: phones, tablets, laptops, portable chargers. If you have a generator, make sure it is working and that you have enough fuel. Never run a generator indoors or in a garage. Carbon monoxide poisoning kills people during every major winter storm. Generators go outside, at least 20 feet from any window or door. If you do not have a generator, know how you will stay warm. If you have a fireplace or wood stove, stock up on firewood. If you have a gas stove, you can use it for heat, but again, be very careful about carbon monoxide. Crack a window. Do not seal yourself in completely. Layer your clothing. The rule of thumb is that it takes about 1 degree per hour for a house to cool down when the heat is off. So if your house is 70 degrees and the power goes out when it is 20 degrees outside, your house will be around 50 degrees after 20 hours. That is cold but survivable if you are dressed properly. Layers, hats, gloves, blankets. Number 3. Protect your home. Bring in anything outside that could blow away in 80-mile-per-hour winds. Patio furniture, decorations, trash cans. Anything loose becomes a projectile in high winds. Know where your water shutoff is. If a pipe bursts, you need to shut off the water immediately to prevent flooding. Let your faucets drip during the coldest part of the night to prevent pipes from freezing. Open cabinet doors under sinks to allow warm air to circulate around pipes. If you have gutters, make sure they are clear. Ice dams can form when gutters are clogged, and that can lead to water backing up under your shingles and into your house. Number 4, check on vulnerable people, elderly neighbors, people with medical conditions, people who live alone. Make sure they are prepared. Make sure they have what they need. Make sure someone is checking on them during and after the storm. Number 5, have a plan for your pets. If you evacuate, take your pets with you. If you shelter in place, make sure you have enough food, water, and medications for them too. Number 6, fill up your car with gas. If the power is out, gas stations cannot pump gas. Fill up today while you can. Also, keep your car at least half full during winter. If you get stranded, you need enough gas to run the engine for heat. Number 7, know your evacuation routes. If you are in a flood-prone area or a mobile home, know where you would go if you needed to evacuate. Do not wait until the last minute. If local officials issue an evacuation order, follow it. Now let me talk about the outdoor events that are happening in February across the United States, because if you have plans to attend any of these, you need to factor the weather into your decision. Mardi Gras in New Orleans runs through February 17th. This is one of the largest outdoor celebrations in the country, with massive parades and millions of visitors. The good news is that New Orleans will not be affected by these snowstorms. The bad news is that temperatures will be very cold for New Orleans standards, with the Arctic air plunging south. Wind chills could drop into the teens early next week. If you are going to Mardi Gras, pack warm clothes. This is not typical New Orleans weather. The Saranac Lake Winter Carnival in upstate New York runs through February 15th. This is right in the path of the first storm. Expect major disruptions. The Ice Palace and outdoor events could be impacted by blizzard conditions. The Tubac Festival of the Arts in Arizona, February 4th through 8th, will be fine. Arizona is well away from these storms. Groundhog Day in Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania already happened on February 2nd. Punxsutawney Phil did his thing, but if you are still in the area, get out before the storm hits. The Great American Outdoor Show in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania runs through February 15th. Harrisburg is going to get slammed by the first storm. 18 to 20 inches of snow. If you are traveling to this event, check with the organizers about cancellations or delays. Travel to Harrisburg Sunday and Monday will be extremely hazardous. The Super Bowl is on February 9th at Levi S. Stadium in Santa Clara, California. California will be fine. These East Coast storms will not affect the Bay Area. The Winter Olympics in Milano Cortina, Italy begin February 6th. Obviously not affected by U.S. weather, but if you are traveling to Italy from the East Coast, check your flight status. Many international flights out of New York, Boston, and D.C. will be canceled Sunday and Monday. Now, let me give you the exact timeline for when the snow will start and stop in your area, because knowing when it starts is crucial. You want to be home and settled before the snow begins. Virginia, Maryland, Delaware, southern Pennsylvania, and southern New Jersey. Rain and thunderstorms will develop late this morning around 11 a.m. to noon. The rain will be heavy at times. Then, around 1 p.m. to 2 p.m., you will see the transition to snow. The changeover will be rapid. Within an hour, you will go from rain to heavy snow. The heaviest snow will fall from 3 p.m. this afternoon through midnight tonight. Snowfall rates of 2 to 3 inches per hour are expected during this time. The snow will continue overnight, but will begin to taper off around 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. Monday morning. Winds will remain strong through Monday morning even after the snow tapers off. Total duration of heavy snow is approximately 10 to 12 hours. New York City, northern New Jersey, and coastal Connecticut. Same timeline. Rain this morning, changing to snow 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. Heavy snow from 4 p.m. Sunday through 6 a.m. Monday. tapering off by mid-morning Monday. Winds will remain dangerously high through Monday afternoon. Boston, eastern Massachusetts, Rhode Island, and coastal New Hampshire. The timeline is shifted later for you. Rain will change to snow around 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Sunday evening. But the heavy snow does not really get going until late Sunday night, around 10 p.m. to midnight. Then you are in it all day Monday. The heaviest snow will fall from midnight Sunday night through 6 p.m. Monday evening. That is 18 hours of heavy snow. Snowfall rates of 2 to 3 inches per hour during that entire period. The snow will taper off Monday night, but blizzard conditions with blowing snow will continue into Tuesday morning. Total duration of heavy snow is approximately 20 hours. Interior New York, interior Pennsylvania, and interior New England. You will see snow developing Sunday afternoon and continuing through Sunday night into Monday morning. The heaviest snow will be Sunday night. Total duration is approximately 12 to 16 hours. Amounts will be lower than coastal areas, 6 to 12 inches, but still significant. Now the second storm, Wednesday into Thursday. Here is the timeline for that one. Ohio, western Pennsylvania, and western New York. Snow will develop Wednesday evening around 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. The heaviest snow will be Wednesday night through Thursday morning. Snow will taper off Thursday afternoon. Total duration is approximately 18 to 24 hours. Michigan, Wisconsin, and Minnesota. Snow develops Wednesday night around 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Heavy snow continues through Thursday. Lake effect snow could continue Friday and Saturday in favored zones. Total duration is 24 to 48 hours in lake effect areas. The ice zone across Missouri, Kentucky, Tennessee, and West Virginia. Freezing rain will begin Wednesday evening and continue through Thursday morning. The peak icing will occur overnight Wednesday night. This is when the most damage will occur. Tree branches will start snapping around 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. Thursday. Power lines will start coming down around the same time. By Thursday morning, widespread power outages are expected across the ice zone. The freezing rain will change to plain rain Thursday afternoon as warmer air moves in, but by then the damage will be done. The severe weather zone across Texas, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and Georgia. Thunderstorms will develop Wednesday afternoon and evening across Texas and Arkansas. These will move east Wednesday night into Thursday, reaching Mississippi, Alabama, and Georgia Thursday morning through Thursday afternoon. The peak threat for tornadoes will be Wednesday night across Arkansas and Louisiana. Be especially vigilant between 8 p.m. Wednesday and 2 a.m. Thursday. That is when the atmosphere will be most unstable. Now let me give you forecasts for specific cities that I have not mentioned yet because I know people watching this are from all over the country. Atlantic City, New Jersey. 24 to 30 inches of snow from the first storm. You are right on the coast, so the ocean effect will enhance your snowfall. Blizzard conditions, Sunday afternoon through Monday morning. Coastal flooding is also possible with the strong winds and astronomical high tides. Expect minor to moderate coastal flooding Sunday night, Wilmington, Delaware. 20 to 24 inches of snow. Timeline same as Philadelphia. Prepare for a crippling snow event. Trenton, New Jersey, 22 to 26 inches. You are in the heart of the heaviest snow band. This will be a historic snow event for Trenton, Allentown, Pennsylvania, 20 to 24 inches, same as the Lehigh Valley in general. Heavy snow Sunday afternoon through Monday morning. Reading, Pennsylvania, 18 to 22 inches, slightly less than areas to the east, but still a major snow event. Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, 16 to 20 inches. This is the state capital, so state government operations will be severely impacted. Scranton and Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, 12 to 16 inches. You are in the Pocono Mountains, so elevation will enhance snowfall in the higher terrain. New Haven, Connecticut, 24 to 28 inches. You are right on the coast of Long Island Sound. This will be a crippling snow event. Springfield, Massachusetts, 20 to 24 inches, inland from Boston but still in the heavy snow zone. Worcester, Massachusetts, 24 to 28 inches. You are in the elevated terrain of central Massachusetts. Expect heavy snow and strong winds. Burlington, Vermont, 8 to 12 inches from the first storm, then another 6 to 10 inches from the second storm. Total accumulation over the week will be 18 to 24 inches, but it comes in two separate events. Concord, New Hampshire, 10 to 14 inches from the first storm. Another 4 to 8 inches from the second storm. Bangor, Maine, 6 to 10 inches from the first storm. You are far enough north that the heaviest snow will stay to your south. Now, for cities outside the Northeast and Mid-Atlantic, here is what you need to know. Chicago, Illinois. The first storm misses you. You will see some flurries Sunday and Monday, but no accumulation. The second storm hits you Wednesday night through Thursday. 8 to 12 inches of snow, strong winds, blizzard conditions are possible. This will be a significant event for Chicago. Lake effect snow could add another 6 to 12 inches south of the city Thursday night through Friday. Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Same story as Chicago. The first storm misses you. The second storm brings 8 to 12 inches Wednesday night through Thursday. Lake effect enhancement on the western shore of Lake Michigan could push totals higher. Indianapolis, Indiana. The first storm misses you. The second storm brings mixed precipitation Wednesday night. Probably 3 to 6 inches of snow with some sleet and freezing rain mixed in. Not a huge event for Indianapolis, but enough to cause travel problems. Cincinnati, Ohio. Right on the line for the second storm. Could be all snow, 6 to 10 inches. Could be a mix with sleet and freezing rain. Could be mostly ice. This one is highly dependent on the exact track. Monitor forecasts closely. Minneapolis and St. Paul, Minnesota. The first storm misses you. A clipper will bring 2 to 4 inches Tuesday into Wednesday. Then the second storm brings another 4 to 8 inches Thursday. Not a huge event for Minnesota by your standards, but still travel impacts. Kansas City, Missouri, no snow from either storm. But you could see severe thunderstorms Wednesday evening with large hail and damaging winds. Have a way to receive warnings. Omaha, Nebraska. A clipper will bring 2 to 4 inches Wednesday. That is it. You dodge both major storms. Denver, Colorado. You are way too far west. These storms do not affect you. You will have your own weather issues, but these East Coast storms are not part of it. Seattle, Washington, too far west, not affected. Los Angeles, California, obviously not affected by snow. But I will mention that fire danger remains high across Southern California. Red flag warnings continue. After the historic wildfires in January, any wind event is concerning. Santa Ana winds are forecast for later this week. If you live in Southern California, clear brush and be aware of fire danger. Phoenix, Arizona. Not affected by these storms. You will have mild, pleasant weather. Las Vegas, Nevada, not affected. Enjoy your sunshine. Albuquerque, New Mexico, not affected by these specific storms. Salt Lake City, Utah, not affected. You will have your own snow, but not from these East Coast systems. Boise, Idaho, not affected. Portland, Oregon, not affected. You will have rain because it is always raining in Portland in February, but no snow from these storms. Now, I promised you at 5 minutes in that I would deliver on my commitment. Here is the big takeaway. These are back-to-back storms that will paralyze the East Coast for a week. The first storm is a historic blizzard. The second storm is a multifaceted threat with heavy snow, significant icing, and severe weather potential. Together, they represent a weather pattern we have not seen in 10 years. Combined with the fact that 2025 was already one of the worst years on record for weather disasters, this is a serious situation. The total snow accumulation over the week, combining both storms, will exceed 3 feet in some locations. Boston could see 40 inches total. New York City could see 35 inches total. Philadelphia could see 30 inches total. That is more snow than some cities see in an entire winter. The economic impact will be enormous. When the Northeast shuts down, the entire country feels it. Supply chains will be disrupted. Flights will be canceled. Businesses will close. The stock market could be affected. This is not just a weather event. This is an economic event. But more importantly, this is a safety event. People will die in this storm. That is not meant to scare you. It is meant to make you take it seriously. Every major winter storm kills people. Heart attacks from shoveling, carbon monoxide poisoning from generators, car accidents, hypothermia, house fires from space heaters. These deaths are preventable if people prepare properly and make smart decisions. So please take this seriously. Comment your location below and I will give you a personalized forecast. Share this video with everyone you know on the East Coast. Make sure your family, friends, and neighbors are prepared. Stock up on supplies today. Charge your devices. Fill up your car. Check on vulnerable people. Have a plan, know where your flashlight is, know where your first aid kit is, know where your important documents are in case you need to evacuate, and most importantly, stay inside during the storm. Do not try to drive in blizzard conditions. Do not go outside unless absolutely necessary. This is going to be dangerous. The roads will be impassable. The visibility will be zero. The winds will be hurricane force. After the first storm passes, do not assume it is over. You will have a brief window to dig out, check for damage, and restock supplies. Then the second storm arrives Wednesday. If you lost power in the first storm, you might not have it back before the second storm hits. That is why preparing now is so critical. I will be updating you throughout this event. Check back this afternoon for an updated forecast with the latest model data. Check back Monday for a recap of the first storm and an updated forecast for the second storm, and check back Wednesday for the latest on the ice storm and severe weather threat. Remember, this is happening during a year when we have already seen $23 billion weather disasters. The Los Angeles fires, the January Gulf Coast snowstorm, the February flooding and tornadoes, the March tornado outbreak, the April tornado outbreak, the May tornado outbreak, the July flash floods. And now, in late February, back-to-back blizzards, this is the pattern we are living in. Extreme weather is becoming more frequent and more intense. What used to be a once-in-a-decade storm is now happening every couple of years. What used to be a once-in-a-century event is now happening multiple times per decade. You cannot control the weather, but you can control how prepared you are, and preparation saves lives. So, one more time. Comment your location below. I will give you a specific forecast for your area. Share this video. Prepare your home. Stock up on supplies. Check on your neighbors. Stay safe. The next 7 days are going to be historic. 10 years from now, people will still be talking about the back-to-back blizzards of late February 2026. Make sure you and your family are safe. Make sure you are prepared. And above all, take care of each other. This is not over. The first storm is just beginning. The second storm is still to come. And after these two storms, we still have another month of winter left. Stay vigilant, stay prepared, and stay safe. I will see you in the next update. Stay warm, stay safe, and take care of your pets. They depend on us during times like this. Make sure they have food, water, and a warm place to stay. God bless. Stay safe, everyone. What you are about to witness has not happened in 10 years. Two massive snowstorms are about to slam the East Coast back-to-back, and the second one could be even more dangerous than the first. If you live anywhere from Virginia to Maine, the next 7 days will change everything. This is not a drill. This is not hype. This is a weather pattern we have not seen in a decade. Right now, as I speak to you, the first monster storm is already forming. Within the next 12 hours, it will explode into a full-blown blizzard, 24 inches of snow, winds reaching 80 miles per hour, whiteout conditions that will make driving impossible. And just when you think it is over, a second storm will hit from Wednesday into Thursday, bringing even more snow, ice, and severe weather potential. But here is what nobody else is telling you. This is happening during one of the worst weather disaster years in American history. $23 billion disasters in 2025 alone. The Los Angeles wildfires in January caused $61 billion in damage and took 31 lives. The tornado outbreak in March killed 43 people across 8 states. The flash floods in February left 18 dead. And now we are facing back-to-back blizzards that could paralyze the entire Northeast for a week. Comment your location below right now and I will give you the exact forecast for your city. Do not wait. Do not assume. Every single neighborhood will experience this differently. Some areas will see 2 feet of snow. Others will get buried under 3 feet. Wind chills will drop to -20 in some locations. Power outages could last for days. And if you are in the purple zone on the impact map, you need to understand something critical. Those roads will be completely undrivable. Well, let me break this down for you city by city, timeline by timeline, because the difference between being prepared and being caught off guard could literally save your life. At exactly 30 seconds into this video, I am going to reveal which major cities will get hit the hardest, when the snow will start falling in your neighborhood, and the 3 things you absolutely must do in the next 6 hours. Keep watching. Starting with the first storm. This one begins today and continues through tomorrow with freezing temperatures extending all the way into Tuesday and Wednesday across the Northeast. The green zones on the forecast map represent over 2 feet of snow. 2 feet, that is higher than your knees. That is enough to bury cars. That is enough to collapse roofs if you do not clear it properly. Here is your city-by-city breakdown for the first storm. And I want you to pay very close attention because these are not estimates. These are high-resolution model predictions that have been incredibly accurate. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. You are looking at 18 to 20 inches of snow. The snow will begin as rain and thunderstorms around noon today, then transition to heavy snow by 1 o'clock in the afternoon. By 3 or 4 o'clock, you will be in full blizzard conditions. This will not stop. The heavy bands will pivot over your area for multiple hours, dropping 1 to 3 inches per hour. Wind gusts will reach 50 to 60 miles per hour. The combination of heavy snow and high winds will create whiteout conditions. Travel will be impossible by evening. The storm will continue through the night and into tomorrow morning. You have approximately 6 hours to prepare. New York City and Long Island, New York. Almost 2 feet of snow is heading your way. 29 inches in some parts of eastern New Jersey and Long Island.